This is a solar and battery powered security camera with color night vision and AI person detection by Tapo, and it can be had for under 60 bucks. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to DIY Reed. My name is Reed, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Tapo SolarCam security camera. We've all heard of the brand TP-Link. Well, Tapo is TP-Link's smart home brand. Every day, I see more and more solar panels out there for security cameras. It makes a ton of sense for most consumers out there needing battery-powered security cameras. The most annoying thing about a battery-powered security camera, well, getting a ladder out, taking the camera down, putting it inside to charge it. Once it's done, remembering to put it back up, as well as getting back to the ladder outside and getting back up on the ladder and putting the camera back up. Half the time you forget about it, and 2 or 3 days go by, and guess what? Now something happened, and you don't have it up there. Thankfully, with a solar panel camera, you can use the sun to do the charging for you. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this camera kit is only 60 bucks. I'll leave a link in the description below with a discount code, so be sure to check it out if you're interested. One of the few things I noticed right off the bat was the design and the mount. They created this singular mount that holds the solar panel as well as the camera, and it only requires 2 screws. I like this because I don't have to put a bunch of holes in my house when I mount this up. I don't have to put holes in there for my camera mount, and I don't have to put holes in there for my solar panel mount. All I have to do is put in 2 screws into the actual mount itself, and the mount holds up the camera and the solar panel. Now, if you're in need of mounting the solar panel somewhere else, a little bit further away, they have a 13-foot USB cable, so that way you can mount it somewhere else. So if you want to mount it on one side of your house and have maybe the sun's being blocked mostly from the other side of the house, you can have it about 13 feet away if you need to. So you're going to be able to basically break up this mount to mount the camera by itself as well as the solar panel somewhere else, or keep it together. As far as the features go for the SolarCam, it has a 6400 milliamp battery and it can last up to 180 days without the solar panel. Now it says 180 days, and we all know it's never usually that. I mean, if it didn't have any motion going on, maybe 180 days. But if you have normal motion going on, just count on half of that, which is what I was going to say 60, but that's not it. It's 90. But it comes with a solar panel, so you're not going to really have to worry about that unless it's never sunning out. With the solar panel, it just takes 45 minutes a day of sunlight, so that way you have never to take this down to charge. This is a 1080p camera. However, it does record in 2304 by 1296 resolution at 15 frames per second. So the resolution is a little bit higher, well, a little bit more than a little bit higher than 1080p. This camera has 2 spotlights so that you can have color night vision. However, if you don't want color night vision or the spotlights going on, you can actually use the infrared night vision. It comes with free AI person, pet, and vehicle detection, which is kind of weird because on the box it does say, it just mentions person detection. But it also does pet and vehicle detection, as well as it has an SD card slot, so that way you can have local storage. It does store up to a 512 gig SD card slot, which is quite a bit of storage that you can have on the camera. All of this is done without a hub, and they do have cloud recording available if that's your jam. The SolarCam comes with an IP65 weatherproof rating and can connect to Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant devices. Let's go ahead and check out some of the footage during the daytime and nighttime. At nighttime, we're going to do infrared nighttime with night vision, as well as color night vision with the spotlights. Now let's check out the features on the smartphone app. All right, so here is the Tapo app. Now, Tapo has, since it's a smart home it's TP-Link's smart home division, I guess you would say. So this is their app. And so you can see I have outlets set up. These are my TP-Link Tapo outlets that I have that are smart outlets. And I can control them on the app if I wanted to. But at the top left is my camera. Didn't name it anything generic. It's a generic name. I didn't name it anything special. And it gave me icons to go through, and I just chose the first one, which looks like a bottle for a baby. So we're going to go ahead and tap on that. And it's going to load the camera up here. So at the top, it shows you the camera's name, which is very generic. Below that is the battery percentage. I haven't really charged this thing up at all, and I've been using it. I didn't actually set up the solar panel on it during the actual testing of the quality of the camera. So it's at 20%, and I think it gave me an alert earlier that it was low on battery. We'll charge it up a little bit later here. So it says the image right now is a live image of my backyard, and it says 01/32. This means that they're going to give you the capability of hooking up, or at least watching 32 cameras at once if you want to. So if you can tap on this little image here, it's going to let you scroll through I'm sorry, not 32 at once, but 4 at once. But you can scroll through and see live images or videos of 4 of the cameras. So if you have 4 of these cameras, you could have them view right now, if I wanted to, all at once here. Then they have 1080p. This allows you to go between 1080p, 360p, or auto. This is the image quality that you're going to see on the video on your phone. So you can do auto, so that way if for whatever reason you're in a low data place, it can switch back and forth. Auto there is the video mode, so it's day mode or night mode. You can do it on auto. I recommend auto. If you leave it on day mode, you're gonna have night vision on, or even the spotlights on, which if you don't need that, it's gonna be wasting your battery. Oops. And then the little arrows, the 4 arrows, will allow you to look this up in landscape mode. Then you have the camera, which you can take a snapshot of what's going on. Video, so we can record a video right now if we wanted to, and it records it to your phone, saves it on your phone. And then audio, right now we're listening in on the phone, we'll call it, so you can do a call with the person there. And then down below is talk, alarm off. Right now we turn on the alarm. It's got a security camera or a security alarm. Privacy mode, turn on privacy mode. You don't want anybody, if you don't want any recordings or anything going on in your backyard, maybe you're at a party or whatever your camera is, you don't want it recording anything going on, you can do privacy mode. I can turn the light on manually right now if I wanted to. And it turns it on for 5 minutes, just for battery life. You have tag, which it'll on and it's right now it's off, but it'll just tag motion as it sees it. So that way you can see it moving on the screen if you need to. And you got Tapo Care here, and this is if you want to set up like the iCloud, that's Apple, the cloud storage and all that. And then you can see the playback and download at the bottom, as well as here's more about the Tapo Care cloud storage right now. You can enjoy 30 days of cloud history, and it looks like you get a 30-day trial. So that's kind of cool. Settings you can change the device information, detection, alarm on and off. The detection, this is kind of cool. It allows you to do detection zones, which I really like, because I have yet to see a security camera, expensive, cheap, whatever. I have yet to see one that does 0 false notifications, especially on like a tree or like limbs that are happening or shadows. For whatever reason, even if you just have person and pet and vehicle detection, for whatever reason, they still have those little false notifications. So you can tell this thing, hey, if you see any motion going on where the tree is at, where you draw that box there, it'll just ignore it. And that's kind of a cool feature. You can do it for person, pet, or vehicle detection. So if you have a little area where your dog runs around at all times and you don't care about your dog, but you care about your neighbor's dog coming over or something like that, you can just say, hey, just ignore this area for the dog. So you can see here, we go to the trial for the Tapo Care and storage recording. We can go there. This is where you can do the local recording and reformat your micro SD card. Clip settings will take you, like right now it's setting up in 10-second intervals, 6-second buffer, and maximum clip of 20 seconds. You can adjust all the settings there you want there. Record sound, turn it on and off. Highly suggest that you actually have that on. Video and display here, you got night mode, infrared right now, so we can set this to color mode if you wanted to. So color mode will turn the spotlights on when it sees motion. And then you can change the viewing distance to near, medium, and far. So if it's further away from something, or higher up or something like that, or further away from where all the motion is going to happen, you can adjust that here. And then you can change the privacy zones where it doesn't record, as well as all the information on screen. Spotlight brightness, we can change that. Status LED, we can turn that on and off. Wi-Fi connection tells you what Wi-Fi network you're connected to. Notifications, I have it off right now, but you can set up notifications. Then you can also set up rich notifications, which allow you to see a quick snapshot of what it caught for motion. And then you have activity types, which this is the motion detection, person, pet, and vehicle detection. Advanced settings, not really advanced, to be quite honest. It's got diagnostics and power line frequency. Not really sure you really need to deal with that. Share a device allows you to share it with somebody else. You can that way they can have their own login. Smart actions, kind of cool, allows you to do things, kind of automate things based on certain things going on. User guide, feedback, and then firmware update. Right now it's the newest firmware. When I plugged it in, it had a firmware update. Reboot camera and remove camera from the app. So this is the next day after I did that video yesterday, kind of showing you the battery life. So now that I've actually, today the solar panel has been out in the sun. Right now you can see right here it's covered a little bit, but it's been out in the sun for at least a couple hours in the morning, maybe all morning. And now it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we went from like 18% last night to 39% right now. So it charged this camera up from 18 to 39% just using the solar panel in the sunlight. And I think that's a good thought, or a good thing to show you guys, because that's something I'd be interested in if I was trying to figure out, will this work for me? Here are my final thoughts. Now, I was pretty impressed with the price of the SolarCam with all the features. Lots of these features, such as color night vision, spotlights, solar panel, AI person, pet, and vehicle detection, all with the capability of having free local storage. All of that for $60. $60, that's pretty crazy when you think about all the features it comes with. Also, they even advertise this as a 1080p camera. And now that we know that, the resolution is actually much higher than that. So I'm not really sure why Tapo says it's a 1080p resolution camera when it's really actually better than that. Don't you think you would want to kind of explain to your consumers that it's not just a 1080p camera, it's higher resolution? Not really sure what happened there. If this video helped you out, please leave me a like and feel free to ask me any questions in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing for more tech reviews, home automation, and home and automotive how-to videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.